so past. Back again so soon. Usually I've been doing videos and then you've had months before my next one. I'm filming 2 days after I've just uploaded a video. So obviously I've had a bit of good luck. This is just a single pickup. I've got a bundle of stuff here. Decided rather than wait to get more stuff, I'll just make a quick video on this. Hopefully it'll be 15 minutes longer, so we'll see. But yeah, I found a really good deal. I'll show you what I've got, and then I'll tell you what I paid for it. So we have a Nintendo 2DS, which is the blue and black version. Brilliant console, really nice condition. I have cleaned everything up a bit. This belonged to a kid who has gone to high school, no longer wants it anymore. So yeah, blue and black version. It is missing the pen, but it does have the serial number on the back, which is really good for if you're wanting to trade it into CEX. I think I have a few spare pens, so I might grab one, but I believe CEX take them in without the pens anyway. And of course we've got the charger for that. I don't own a 2DS, I would like one, but if I was going to get one I'd like one boxed. So for the reason that it's not boxed is the sole reason why I consider trading this in, to be honest. And of course the trading value for one of these is about 25 quid, something like that. Okay, what else? We've got blasters, so Yokai Watch Blasters Red Cat Core. So I believe there was another version, is it the dog or a blue cat or something like that. There is another one, but yeah, the Yokai Watch released a game, and then I think they released Yokai Watch 2, and there's like a few different variants. But yeah, this is sort of a spin-off party game type of looking thing, I think. But there's a trading value of £20 on that. I do have some Yokai Watch games, so there's the stuff that I'd like to collect. Never played them before, but yeah, I think this one, solely just for the £20 trading value, I'll take it away and get something I'd appreciate a bit more. So we're already above £50 there with trading value. Lego Batman, the video game. Once upon a time I really loved Lego games, certainly the Star Wars ones, Marvel superheroes, the Hobbit. I guess they all feel very similar. Don't really play them on the DS, and this I'll trade in. I think it's a couple of quid, but just because it's got the yellow corner, and I'm just trying to keep green corners if I can, apart from obviously those that come in sort of bundles and whatever. So I believe you get a purple corner if it was, I don't know, a box with a game or had something special, a special edition type of thing. A bit picky, but yeah, that's just me. What else have we got? Bolt. So this has got this purple corner. I can't remember what all those mean, but I just know green is the standard UK prints, which is ridiculous, but yeah, it's just the way I like to collect. Damaged cover there as well. All these, by the way, are boxed with the games. Most have manuals, but some of these games wouldn't have come with manuals anyway. Bolt, another one I'll trade in, again, only a couple of quid for that. And then other games, so we've got some loose Nintendo DS games, which of course I don't think you can trade in just loose, maybe in the future, so I'm stacking up on them hoping that you can in the future. But we've got one which I'll certainly keep, which is Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs. Some of these Pokemon Ranger games are really increasing with value, so that box with a manual would be minimum 30 quid, I'd imagine. But yeah, so happy to get that just as a cartridge, to be honest. New Super Mario Bros. Again, another one I'll keep. I said I'm going to keep all of them. Animal Crossing Wild World. So there's some good games here. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. I do have a boxed version of this, but I'll just keep that as a spare. and Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. There was also 2 loose cartridges for the 3DS. One being Pokemon Sun, which of course I've already got 3 copies of Pokemon Sun at the moment, so let's now we've got a loose copy, what the heck. Yokai Watch 2 Bonus Spirits. This is good because it is a game I'd like to just have a look at. It looks very similar to Pokemon, probably more of a cheaper version, but I do have this sealed, so the good thing is I'll be able to keep this game sealed and just play the cartridge. If it's not anything I have any interest in, and one day that becomes a bit more valuable, obviously a sealed game will always be good to sell. Okay, we've got another boxed DS game, which is Ben 10 Alien Force. I did have this. I'm sure I had some Ben 10 game, but I did trade it in. I can't remember why I traded in, and it's just a game I don't think I'll ever get round to playing. I remember when Ben 10 came out, I think I was in high school, but I was looking at Ben 10 thinking if I was a bit younger, that is something I would have really enjoyed. Obviously a kid who can transform to different monsters depending on what he's got to do. I remember watching it on Cartoon Network thinking if I were younger I'd have been all over that. But you know, I was in high school when I was growing up, and I was trying to be a big lad and all that. But yeah, so I'll keep that because I believe if I trade that in I get 60p or something, so I might as well keep it. What else have we got? Okay, so back to 3DS games. Got about 6 more to show you now. Luigi's Mansion 2. I never played this. I did play the original Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube way back in the day. Again, these are all sort of boxed with games, all nice and complete. I have cleaned them all up a bit. They're all in really nice condition. Oscar, my lad, was saying he really wants to play this one. So it's always interesting picking up games, and then there's games which he has an interest in playing. So and obviously it's a Mario title or a Luigi title. Sonic All Stars Racing Transformed. I do have this on the Wii U, and I do have it on the 360 as well. So I might as well get it on another console variant. A fantastic game. I've never played it on the 3DS before, but it's fantastic on the Wii U. So yeah, I'll keep all of that for the 3DS as well. Yokai Watch again. This is Yokai Watch 2 Psychic Spectres. I was really happy to see this just because I can get to them. I'll not get them out, but I've got Yokai Watch 2 Bonus Spirits and the other Yokai Watch 2, which is Fleshy Souls. So now that I've got Psychic Spectres, I've got 3 different Yokai Watch 2 games. I'm guessing they work similar to the Pokemon universe with red, blue and yellow, or gold, silver and crystal. Maybe this was the later one. I'm not sure, but certain monsters or whatever they're called only appear in certain games. But yeah, really chuffed to get that. Another game, Super Mario Maker. This ain't quite valuable. I think I'd get £10 to trade in for this, but I've never played this before. I've never been crazy excited about Mario Maker. You know, I grew up with playing Mario and stuff like that. Really enjoyed them. I don't think I'll ever sit there and build my own level if I'm honest. But I will keep this. For one, I just like that the case variant is a different colour. But obviously it is a Mario game, and you never know, in the future it might be something that I sit down and find that I really enjoy. And then the 2 sort of titles that really popped out, which was the main reason why I wanted to pick this bundle up. We have, of course, 3DS titles. You probably guess what's coming. Pokemon X. Sadly, the cover is a bit sort of water damaged. I might have a look at that and try and do the ironing it out. I've never done that before, so I'll have to have a look. I'll have to have a look and see how it's done, and hopefully I can get that a bit straighter. Other than that, everything's inside. One thing that's really nice, this I had on release, and it's one of the games I really wish I didn't trade in just because of some of the Pokemon I had. I had some of it's called a Vivillon, if you've heard of it, or it's something like that. It's like a butterfly Pokemon, which this variant was only released for a special event, so it became really rare just to get that variant. And then I had a shiny Charizard on it as well, which was phenomenal. But it's got these parts that you'd get in from release. So when it was released, if you bought the game within the first few months, you'd be able to access extra content, and it's just nice that sort of stuff's still in there. It makes it more complete, in my opinion. So yeah, we've got Pokemon X. Never got round to finishing that one. I think I got bored towards the end of it. But yeah, happy to get that one back. Of course, I am trying to get all the Pokemon games, as expensive as they are. One that I've never had before, increasing in value slightly, and I can imagine will only become more difficult to get as the years go by, is Pokemon Ultra Moon. Again, I've got Pokemon Moon and Sun, a few different variants of, and it's another one of the more modern Pokemon games which I played but didn't finish. This is one that I've not even touched. So yeah, really nice condition, all complete, and whether I'll get round to playing it or not is another thing. But it's one of the main series that I want to collect. And again, there's sort of high trading value on these. I think these two alone, they're sort of 32 quid each maybe. So 64 quid if I went in CX with trading credit to buy these. Which obviously brings me on to what I paid for them. So obviously, if you're watching the channel, you've probably got an idea of what some of these games are worth. There's 3 or 4 there which are 20 or 30 quid or so. Also the loose cartridges, and then the 2DS system itself. And I managed to find that on Marketplace for £50, which I didn't bother bartering. I just said, yeah, it can come and pick up tomorrow, and then they listed it as sold, which was great because it meant that no one else was going to message and maybe offer more or make her realise that they're worth a bit more. So yeah, I got a really good deal on it. So really happy with that. They probably had no idea they could get 50 quid for it. I'm sure if I said, we take 40, they would have, but I don't like ripping people off too much. So yeah, 50 quid is a banging deal. With this stuff that I'm going to trade in, I'll make that 50 quid back just on trading credit, and I've got 2 free Pokemon games in the collection, which is one of the best parts of the hobby, is finding stuff like this, grabbing games in your collection which you really want for free or very little, and just the stuff that you don't want, you trade in and you make your money back. So it's best way to enjoy the hobby without spending an absolute ton of money. So yeah, some of those will get traded in. Obviously I'll have a bit of trade credit. We'll see, maybe look into a CX roulette, but I do like to have a look in the store and see if there's anything I want to pick up first anyway. Okay, so we're back. I should have gone through all the pickups now, so you've just seen everything that I've picked up. Like I said, paid £50 for a DS bundle, which was a real bargain. I did head to CX to trade some stuff in. One of the things I was trying to get rid of was the 2DS. Unfortunately, they wouldn't take it. There was an issue with the screen, so they said they do a pressure test or something, and it failed that, so it's got some sort of pressure damage. It works fine. Everything I've used different games on it. It works totally fine. It's just, yeah, they just won't take it. Bit of a shame, but not the end of the world. As I'll just keep this as a loose 2DS system now. I don't have a 2DS, so it is pretty handy to have. At least I've got one. I always prefer box consoles and stuff. Yeah, but it was only like £24 trade value anyway, so happy to keep it. But I did get rid of a couple of the other games, and I managed to grab a few bits whilst I was there. So the first thing I grabbed was this iToy game for the PS2, iToy Play Sports. Reason I grabbed it is, as you can see, it was £2. I saw it on the shelves and I just thought, this is the first time I've seen one since they were released. Obviously, yeah, there's damage and whatever to the box, but for £2, I didn't want to leave it. It's something that will probably never get used. Okay, so this obviously is it's an earlier version of what the Kinect is, and we know the Kinect isn't always 100% responsive, isn't perfect. So this is a lot less responsive than that. But I remember, as kids, we used to have a really good time on these games. Yeah, they didn't always work the way that you'd want them to, but they were fun. And again, piece of history, something I'm sort of happy to have. There's no inserts, but there is obviously the game itself with the manual inside, the instructions, and the camera as well. Pretty cool. It's the silver camera. So yeah, I'm definitely happy to have this for £2. I wasn't. I mean, what is £2? It's nothing, is it? So yeah, as I saw it, I thought, you know what, I'm grabbing that either way. I'll try and sort the box out a bit. But yeah, pretty cool. As well, I found a Kinect game, which obviously brings me on from one gen to the next. Kinect, obviously, like I said, works somewhat better than the iToy. This is Sonic Free Riders. I just saw the purple amongst some of the green on the shelves. Thought I'd have a look. And yeah, it's for a while I've been trying to pick up a few Kinect titles. So Sonic, I was like, perfect. Let's grab it. And again, we've got the manual inside there. Another game, so Infinite Discovery. It's a game I've never played before. It looks to be, yeah. So creators of Star Ocean. It's an RPG game. Sort of, I'm guessing it's like Final Fantasy and stuff like that. Again, realistically, I'll probably never get round to it, but it is one of those games which is probably slipped past me. And again, cheap price. I saw it. There we go. Square Enix. So I think they are the people who make Final Fantasy. Let me just have a look. Yeah, they are. So I'm sure it's very similar to that. Again, realistically, I'll probably never get round to it because the big games, I don't have enough time to play them all. But yeah, maybe one day. I'm sure it'll be fun to play. If not, it's something that I'm happy to have in the collection. And then an original Xbox game, so we're going all over generations here. It's Ghost Recon 2 Summit Strike. Tom Clancy's games are a bit of a sub-series that I want to go for. I do have quite a few of them across the Xbox and the 360 and on the Xbox One. And I've got Ghost Recon 2, but not this expansion, so happy to have that. And then finally, we got Pokemon Ranger Almia. Is it Shadows of Almia? I played Pokemon Ranger once, sort of back in the day. I had one of those carts for the DS where you could have about 30 games on, and I'm pretty sure 10, 15 of the games that I picked were all different Pokemon games. So I must have played 10 minutes worth of it. Very different to the actual Pokemon games themselves. Not as fun, but something that's quite interesting. And again, I want to collect a lot more Pokemon games. This is £30 now, and I'm sure it didn't sell anywhere near as well as Pokemon Pearl and Diamond and Platinum, and you can see how those games just keep rising in price and going. They're selling for 50 plus now, and I'm not in a rush to get them because I do think it will drop over next year or so. Not by much, but I do think it will drop. And the beauty of those Pokemon games is they're up there in the top 10 sold games. I think there's the top 15 best-selling games on the DS are there's about 5 or 6 Pokemon games, so there's going to be a lot of them out there, and I'm sure I'll come across them at better prices than what they are now. Whereas Pokemon Ranger wouldn't have done as well. You understand what I'm saying? Basically, there's a lot less of these, and it's more likely that these will keep going up, so I can't see the price of these dropping. So yeah, happy to have this game, which obviously I have a loose cart for a different variant of Pokemon Ranger. So yeah, it just, again, a £50 bundle, kept what I wanted, traded in the stuff that I didn't. Unfortunately, they wouldn't take the DS, which would have given me a bit more trade credit for other stuff. But it is a loose system that I'd be able to pick up and play DS titles on quite easily. And yeah, with the stuff trading, I've got games that I want or have interest in, or certainly just one in the collection. So yeah, it just broadens that the value of that one, £50. So yeah, really happy. Of course, from £50 there's 3 Pokemon games alone, which are £30, or the other 2 are 32. So there's almost £100 in 3 of those games, and the rest I've got. I'm really chuffed. So yeah, this will obviously be thrown onto the back of the first sort of part of the video that I shot. Hopefully it's 15-20 minutes, and that's about it. Great to get another video out. Great to come across some decent finds. Hopefully this look that I'm having at the moment continues. But we'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys, bye bye.